Hello, my name is Loïc Desjardins. I'm a French composer. Okay. And I've been using Logic for quite a while, but I wanted to be more efficient with that software. And I was wondering, how can I take benefit of this? Yes, I know that there is a Logic Control app, but what about articulations? What about CC controls? What about automation? All the things we do all the time. So I did some research, tried some solutions, and I ended up making my own control surface using OpenStage Control, which is a free software. So let's dive into the solution. So without further ado, let's see what happens. So when I click on the track in Logic, the articulation sets and controls, they are updated. On the left side, you can see faders. There is an unlimited number of faders. Ideal is up to 5, 6. Also buttons, unlimited. So it depends on the library I'm selecting. I'm using Synchron Elite Strings by VSL here. And if I play an articulation, I've got my modulation, expression. This is the vibrato, the release, short, long, and variations depending on the articulation. And it's not only libraries, it works also with synthesizers. If you want to automate some macro controls or whatever. Okay, so real-time automation. In the middle part, there are the articulation matrix. The list of those articulations, it's very simple, it's based exactly on how you configure the articulation sets in Logic. In this case, I've got a number of articulations, and this list is exactly what you've got on screen in the control surface. If I want to change an articulation here, I can add some, remove some, rename, no problem. I just have to do it in the articulation set, save it, and use a reload button that I've got in the top left corner of the articulation matrix. And also something I want to point out is the colors. The colors, they are set according to the symbol. Eventually it's quite easy to change and update and add articulations to any library. This is for selecting the articulation. Does it solve all problems? No, and I show you why. Let's play that silly song. And let's solo that part. So if we look into the articulations that I've used, I've got staccato short, and I think there is a part of beats. I can play that, and I can select an articulation here on my matrix, let's say the sforzato, but nothing happens. It doesn't change the articulation on the notes I've selected. But if I play it on the keyboard, yes, it's applying the sforzato. This is the way Logic works. There is no way to change an articulation by automation. I decided to do something extra, is to add a button here on the top right corner of the articulations, and it's called Apply Art. And it allows me to select some notes and select an articulation and apply it to the notes I've selected. So here I've got pizzicato on every note. Simple and straightforward, right? But it doesn't end here, because it works also on several regions. So if I'm selecting, let's say, 2 regions here, I can change the articulations exactly the way I want. So I can select all and apply, let's say, pizzicato for everyone. Or I can just select some notes and change the articulation. Apply a bartok pitch on those ones. And why not staccato, bold, on those ones. And why not a tremolo here? So it's very, very simple to change your articulations, and you can do it in real time. Means you play your song and you can change the articulation just to choose the ones that sounds the best. There is another annoying shortcoming in Logic. It's the fact that you can only see one automation lane in this editor, in a piano roll editor. So I have no solution for that, but I have a workaround. It's a quick switcher. It's on the right part of the control surface. You can see that there is a section called Lane View, and if I click a button, let's say velocity, it just shows the automation. So the velocity, if I click on modulation, it shows me the modulation expression also, and it works also on several regions at the same time, as you can see. So basically, this is some of the features of my control surface. Again, it's not a product I'm selling. It's done entirely on the free OpenStage control platform, working on tablets, working on laptop, desktop, even smartphones. It requires Logic, of course, OpenStage control, and it requires also Keyboard Maestro. Keyboard Maestro is a very, very useful utility that you can buy, and definitely recommend it because it's very, very useful, not only for music. In another video, I will explain how I configured everything. Meanwhile, you can leave a comment if you have some questions. I will put some links also in the comments in the description section. And I hope that you enjoyed that video, and see you very soon. Bye bye.